Welcome back, guys, to the Ball Pod Football Show. And you know why I'm happy? Manchester United won. Hey, won. We need to talk about Manchester United. First of all, let's introduce ourselves. My name is Kelvin.
Yeah, my name is Danzuki.
And my name is Emmanuel.
This episode is a very simple episode. Manchester United fan, we are going to make the pain for you be very short. It will not take more than 7 minutes. It will not be 7 minutes long. Now the question is, how did Manchester United concede seven at Anfield and only six in the second half? Because man, that's an embarrassment. But if you're a Manchester United fan and you have answers, talk to us. First comment there. Talk to us on social media before we even continue. Tell us why did your team concede seven? Because there is losing, there is humiliation, and there is whatever Manchester United faced. So please, first of all, start by commenting. But anyway, guys, let me ask. We all thought Manchester United is going to lose. We thought Liverpool will get a result at Anfield. That was what happened, but we did not expect the scoreline to be 7-0. So, what happened? Did Manchester United crumble or Liverpool were just too good on the day? Let's start with who? Obiri.
Yeah. So thanks, Kevin. The question is what tactics went wrong? Yeah. So I just think Liverpool knew the weakness, exploited the weakness of Manchester United. So because I just think it has seemed like if you take some time back, their defense line score. I think City thrashed them 7-6, right?
Yeah, 6-3.
And you see, I think it's a thing where when you pass their middle field, yeah, you sometimes start to question whether the defense line is solid enough. Yeah, but again, I also think the squad selection was contributed, because personally, I think if Wan Bissaka would have been there, he would have stopped. But again, I just think Fred was started to be out of position. I also think that Manchester United did not have enough mental resilience to come back. You can say that they played pretty decent in the first half, but in the second half, once that they knew that Liverpool has a certain level of performance, and they had more desire, like I put it, to put the game to bed. Then they decided that they were just going to be unprofessional and and just get to it. But generally speaking, I think what happened, if you ask me, I would say that uh, the middle field were not uh, up to the task, and Liverpool pressed them, and whenever they got a chance, they they were really, we'd say, Salah and Nunes and Gakpo and Jota and Firmino. Those guys, when they recovered a loose ball, they really took maximum exploitation in that scenario. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that was a major humiliation, especially after winning Carabao. I didn't expect. I think it got to their head.
Did they play 7 days after winning the Carabao?
I don't remember. But unfortunately, I didn't watch the game. Unfortunately, I missed some good action and fun. But I watched the highlights. I could see how the goals were scored, and you can tell like Liverpool were well prepared for the game. I think mentally they're back. They won a challenge for the European football positions in the league, and you could see some of these short clips. Like there's a clip where Martinez is running, he's doing a no look defense when Salah is running at him. So I just think Man United were caught off guard. Maybe they thought this Liverpool that was struggling is the same Liverpool they were facing. But I think Liverpool now Liverpool now moving forward, it's no longer the Liverpool we thought. As in, we are going to see them now becoming better. They won't be struggling going into the next games. Yeah. So
Can I ask Kevin a question?
Mhm.
So Kevin, do you think Ten Hag has one style of play, and when he crumbled, like he seemed like there's nothing he could change tactic wise, to get back. Okay, even
Let me also say something before. You remember one of the guys we called last time alisema Ten Hag atajua akili ni nywele.
If you missed the episode, just go back. Yeah, you'll see it. But let me say this. Actually, I watched the whole game, and the first half, Manchester United were in the game. They actually created better chances than Liverpool did. They were playing better football than Liverpool did. Liverpool seem to be a transition based side. They rely more on transitions and playing quickly and trying to get off the quick balls to the attackers and create something from it. I don't think that is enough sustainability, especially in a world where now the Premier League is full of technicians who, when they get the ball, they can keep the ball and then kill you if you try to go too fast on the counter. I like Pep Guardiola because he usually says he likes to place passes and build up slowly, because the faster you move the ball forward, the faster it comes back to you. And that is what Liverpool were doing. They move the ball faster forward, but as fast as it goes, that's how as fast as it can come back. So the first half was decent. Manchester United created a few chances, and then a little lapse of moment from that side, and then it was over. Gakpo scored, and they got the first goal. Now the problem happens is here, and I think this is the biggest sickness with Manchester United. Whether Manchester United fans hate me on TikTok or not, I'll tell you the truth. Manchester United cannot play a high line. Varane and Lisandro Martinez are only good there, boxing, defending there. They cannot play a high line. Manchester United have played the second deepest defensive line in the league. For a team that is apparently fighting for the title, you cannot play as the second deepest defensive line. You need to squeeze, you need to try and force the opposition back. They can't do that. The other problem with Manchester United, they don't have technicians. They cannot play out of a press. They don't have people who can move with the ball. Bruno Fernandes lost the ball to how many of those goals? Bruno Fernandes is a final third merchant. He's good at creating those chances, but can he play out from the back? No, he can't. He will lose the ball. Why do I think I actually agree with Ten Hag. He should have started Dalot rather than Wan-Bissaka, because Wan-Bissaka is a beast when it comes to defending 1v1, but he does not have the positional awareness to know when to defend and track runners. And Nunes was there as a runner. And if Wan-Bissaka played, trust you me, that first half would have been even worse for them. Two, even if you remember the Arsenal game versus Manchester United, the first goal we scored to make it 1-1. When Bissaka lost his man, he's a defender. He's supposed to know where Nketiah is, but he does not know how to track runners. He only knows how to defend 1v1 and make those tackles. So Dalot was the better choice for me. Now, come to the second half, the ball game was entirely different, because then Manchester United, I think, lost their heads. First of all, I want to say to Hag, you are an idiot. You cannot just say Anfield is a field like any other. Please respect Anfield. We all fear Anfield for a reason. People go there, they get a mental block. Manchester United fans were laughing at Arsenal when Arteta played the Anfield music at the training ground to get the players acclimatized. And then they were saying, oh, and then Ten Hag says it's a pitch with 11 players each side and 4, and they don't know what. What happened in the second half? Mental block. Arteta said there are times when the Anfield is just too loud. You don't even know where you are. You don't even know. You get the ball, you don't know what to do. Example, Casemiro had a 56% passing accuracy. He's not the best at playing out from the back, but he's not a 56% player. He's somebody who can do that. But Anfield just closes you. You cannot see ahead. And that's what happened to Manchester United in the second half. They were unable to keep their heads. They just lost their heads. They did not know what they were and where they were. And then what did they decide to do? They decided to press high. That is the worst thing you can do against Liverpool. Press high and don't keep the ball. They will find Nunes. They will find Salah. They will find Gakpo. And those people will kill you in transition. Liverpool are they are killers in transition. There's a reason Pep was fearing them. Because those people, when they get the ball, Salah, Gakpo, and Nunes, they can run. They know how to get those chances that they can kill you. So that is what happened in the second half. Manchester United lost their heads, lost the ball way too many times, and conceded 6 goals. I actually think it could have been more, but the referees just decided to stop because there are too many fouls that Manchester United were making that stopped them. Now, Manchester United, okay, does Ten Hag have one tactic? I I can't really say it's one tactic per se, because he came to Arsenal both at Old Trafford and at Emirates, and he actually did defend for large periods. He did not just try to force playing out from the back and passing and doing what. At Manchester City, when they won 2-1, they were actually defending deep and then got counters and scored 2 goals that won them the game. So it's not, I think he's a brilliant manager. I think he has good players, but I don't think this is his final Manchester United team, because I think he needs to change the defense. I think the only person in that defense who can probably maintain his position is Shaw, because he's comfortable playing that left back. Yeah, because think about it, Dalot seems good, but then sometimes he seems not to be able to do things. And then Lisandro Martinez and Varane, but you cannot be a team who are fighting for the title and can't have defenders who can hold a high line. You need to have defenders who can run the channels and defend. Martinez tried to defend against Salah, and Manchester United, you know what happened. So yeah, that's what happened. Liverpool back, yes. They might actually even get top 4, but will they ever win another Premier League title under Klopp unless they change? I don't think so. In this era, Manchester United might even win a Premier League ahead of Liverpool, because Liverpool just depend too much on transitions. They create too much of a chaos game, which does not really favor, especially now in the Premier League, where we have too many people who know how to keep the ball, who can also kill you in transition. You have even West Ham and Wolves who can kill you in transition, who can defend it. It's going to be a tough time for Liverpool to win another Premier League title. Yeah. Anything to add?
Yeah, you were saying that Dalot's positional awareness is fantastic.
It's better than Wan-Bissaka, not fantastic.
Oh, not fantastic.
Yeah, better than Wan-Bissaka.
Because I remember the first goal. It was as if there was an error.
The problem happened because Fred. The problem that for that first goal, look at it this way: Gakpo first of all dropped deep, and then the pass was supposed to go to Robertson, and then Alisson decided to go to Gakpo. Gakpo returned it to Robertson, who instead of trying to go outside went inside. That created a space because Fred got lost, did not know who to cover, and then Dalo was forced to come and attack him, to attack Robertson, because now there is space. Fred was supposed to drop deep. He didn't drop deep enough. And then now that he didn't drop deep, because to him is a midfielder, he needs to cover the center. But now he needed to go with the man, because Gakpo was the one who was making the run. Robertson was coming inside, and Dalo was forced to go with Robertson. That created space. Fred was the one who caused that goal. He was supposed to come back, try and protect the center backs, but he remained there and created that space, and a goal happened.
I actually think it's Martinez who caused the goal.
Because he lost the hair.
Because ideally it's like your keeper is facing a shot and then you are running across your keeper. So chances are the guy did not know it's like interfering with play. Yeah, but generally, but can we say that Manu had a bad day in office?
Guys, it sucks not watching a game because I'm just here listening, trying to figure out. Again, I didn't get what the game, but what was the question?
Do you think if they had like another repeat, they could do better?
No. I think again, I think Man United just had a good form run of good games. They'll still have seasons where they'll struggle to win some of these games, and that will be evident, especially in the Premier League, where you can't really rule out any team. Like today, you'll face a team that's being relegated, and they'll challenge you. So I think this is a Premier League. I expect them to struggle in some games, but again, they'll maintain their good form.
For me, I would say the reason why they're going to struggle in a couple of games is because Ericsson is not fit. I think for me, midfielders are very key in a game. Like so, just the way you could think that Liverpool was struggling when Fabinho was not on his best. So generally speaking, I would say, uh, but I honestly think Manu have a very good squad. And like Kevin, my major worry for them is as much as Weghorst is a very good player, he needs to be a threat in goal, and I do not see much of that in him. But but generally speaking, I actually think maybe that's why you've had reports that they are thinking of Hurricane. You think if they get Hurricane, then they would have Hurricane can score at any time, Rashford can score at any time, Bruno can create a chance at any time, and they would be really like a very good, because Spurs are winning and they're not playing well just because Hurricane can create a chance out of have a chance. Now think of it. Now they have two guys who can get a goal out of nothing. Yeah. So
Yeah. Okay, I'll say this. Look at it this way. look at Jesus at Arsenal and then look at Weghorst there. I'll say look at it that there are players who, where they are, they help the team more by being where they are. Rashford has blown up after the World Cup and since January because of what Weghorst. Because Weghorst dropping deep actually forces a centre back to come. Once the centre back comes, it opens up that space for Rashford to run into. Because Rashford, think about it, if they had a striker who stays in the box, Rashford will not have space. They will be colliding with the striker because all of them want to occupy almost the same places. And Rashford is not the out to in, it's not the winger who will dribble. Rashford is a forward. Rashford is somebody who needs to attack the box, who needs to be in the box. He's not going to dribble like who, like let's say Luis Diaz.
Yeah.
He's not going to do
I
that.
have a question.
Mhm.
So what happens if he drops deep and Rashford does not get a goal? Does it mean that, because I'm just looking, fine, if he's doing a very good tactical play, and that is what I think most, like Firmino was doing for Salah and Mane, but you'd say in 5 games he needs to have even like a goal at least. I'm not so sure when was the last time he scored. Maybe
Okay, yeah, one he scored yesterday. So what I'll say is this: you make best use of the resources available. Is Vegas the striker will get you 10, 15 goals? Probably not. But he's the one they have. They don't have anyone better. So Ten Hag has to make the best use of him. So let him drop deep, let him create space for Rashford. And because Rashford is your biggest threat, let him score. Anthony will not make those runs. Anthony is not a threat in the box. Anthony will probably help you keep the ball and maybe a few shots from outside the box. But is he the guy who's going to run into the box, force plays, and force attackers? No, he's not the one. Do I think Vegas is the long-term player that Manchester United did? No, definitely not. Dropping deep is one aspect for an attacker, but you also need to be able to get into the box and create those chances. The reason Lacazette was not too good for Arsenal at the latter stages because Lacazette could drop deep, but he did not have the legs to get into the box and finish those chances. So we lacked that person there. So what do I think Vegas at the moment is doing brilliant for Manchester United? He's doing the role that he's supposed to be doing. He's supposed to be helping Rashford get those goals. But once you get to the summer, that's why they need the Hurricane. That's why they're going for Hurricane because Hurricane can do what Vegas is doing, even to a higher standard, and also get into the box and finish chances in case they need to change something. In case not every time, because now everyone knows Rashford running into the middle with Vegas. That's why I think they need to get the Hurricane. And who will help Rashford also perform to a higher level, and somebody who can also get you goals in case you need those goals. So yeah, I think tactically Vegas at the moment doing brilliantly. Is it the long term future? Probably not. They need Hurricane and Martial if he can get fit and such players. Yeah, so to clarify, Manchester United will not win the league ahead of Arsenal, only ahead of Liverpool after Arsenal have won like 5 league titles and Arteta has retired from football. Anything to add, guys? Yeah, so guys, Manchester United fans, please, Saba. Hey, bwana. Hey, man, this week, bwana. Anyway, we'll be celebrating the anniversary on Sunday, so please, anniversary ya Saba, tafadhali. Anyway, Saba, ba. How does it feel? Please let us know. How did you feel on watching the game? Because it must be very tough. So tell us. Anyway, watch the next episode. Bye bye.